Thank you, everybody. Bonjour. Good morning. I'm glad to be here. I think I'm the only representative of the other side of the equator, so it's a pleasure to be here. I'll talk a little bit about Globo TV and Brazil. Globo TV is part of Globo organizations, and which includes radio, newspapers, magazines, music, you name it. All these media companies congregate their internet content at globo.com, which creates the biggest hub in Brazil for content regarding entertainment, news, and sports. We as Globo, we produce 2,500 hours of video entertainment every year and 1,800 hours of news. Globo is the major Brazilian broadcaster. We cover 98.5% of the Brazilian country, which means 5.5 thousand cities. We also reach 99.5% of the population, which means almost 190 million people. Brazil is a country of many opportunities and challenges. In one hand, we have the 6th largest economy in the world, the 5th largest population and advertising market. In the other hand, we have a new middle class that is learning to consume, but still attached to old media habits. We have 27% of our population illiterate or partially illiterate. And 38% of the internet users have a connection, a web connection of less than 1 megabit per second. So many challenges, many opportunities. The advertising market in Brazil has been growing a lot and closed 2011 with a total of $19 billion in market. And broadcast TV is still the biggest medium in the country. Time-watching TV is growing and is capturing more ad money every year, with now 63% of the ad market, and internet appears with 5% of Brazilian market. Talking a little bit about Brazil, Brazil is known for its caipirinha, carnival, the rainforest, and soccer, of course. It's our case of the day. Soccer is a national passion. It's about an $8 billion market. 80% of the population declare that they have a team in their heart, a Brazilian team in their heart, and 30 million people in Brazil say they play soccer on a regular basis. Understanding this passion, Globo has created 20 years ago the Soccer Project. It has evolved a lot and became the biggest media package in Brazil. I'll talk in more details in a minute. 10 years ago, we integrated web to this media package, and 3 years ago, we created an online free-to-play game with in-game ads. I'll go through the details of the package. Broadcast. We air 105 games nationally for more than 20 different championships, and each sponsor has about 2,000 commercial insertions nationwide in all our program. TV takes the action of capturing the audience, which means 170 million people watching soccer around the year. Web. Globo.com is where the engagement starts. With tons of content, the user can interact with the soccer content, and each sponsor has about 6 billion impressions a year in this project. Game. To ensure the presence of younger audiences, we develop an online game that look and feel of the game that we broadcast. Same speakers, same properties. And how we make money out of it. We have 6 major sponsors that generate altogether $500 million in revenue a year. But there's one catch. We can't sell other soccer properties to their competitors. But we find ways and opportunities to increase our revenue. We have 9 national participation sponsors with commercial at the games breaks, plus web, plus in-game advertising. Two local participation sponsors in every one of our 122 markets. 26 online-only sponsorship opportunities. 122 markets producing content for TV and online with different commercial opportunities, and the possibility to create exclusive projects to different clients. We are talking altogether in about $150 million in additional revenue. And all of this gave us the knowledge to create future projects. For example, Confederations Cup in 2013, the World Cup in 2014, the Summer Olympic Games in 2016, as they will all happen in Brazil. And we also have acquired the rights for the World Cups of 2018 and 2022. We have great results for all these platforms. TV achieves 48% of share of audience on a regular Wednesday night game. Web gives hundreds of thousands of views every year. The apps related to the soccer project give us thousands of visits. And the game itself, which I'm very proud of, give us 10 million users this year, 14 minutes playing each game, 300,000 people playing every day, and 121,000 apps downloaded this year. What we did learn from this project? In Brazil, broadcast TV is still the driver to capture massive audience, and from TV we can explore other platforms. Internet and game help us to immerse the audience in a deeper and engaging experience. Regional and localized content give us the extremely successful competitive advantage. And the huge results are excellent, but not having them unified with all different platforms does not help the market to understand how each part complements each other. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Roberto.
Thank you.
Brazil is such an interesting place because there's so much going on there, and you know, you pointed out here in your presentation. What are you looking at for the future, right? That we could really learn about because of BRIC. Like, do you have relationships with India and China and Russia? Are you part of this, or do you find Brazil, being in South America, is much farther away?
It's farther away. It's a different culture.
Yeah.
And we have such a huge market in Brazil yet to develop, to construct, that we have so many opportunities that Brazil is our focus, absolutely, nowadays. We as a global company, we sell content to India, China, Russia, you name it. We sell content to more than 100 different countries. Mm-hmm. But our main concern is Brazil nowadays. It's where the audience is where the opportunities are nowadays. And we focus on creating and expanding this production of content that we have to all different platforms.
Yeah.
We are on broadcast, we have the web, we have our content on buses, on the subway in Brazil, on the mobile devices, broadcast, not streaming, broadcast through mobile devices.
Okay, let me ask you a difficult question.
Go ahead.
It's going to be a little difficult.
Ooh, I'm ready.
You ready?
Yep.
Globo, family-owned, right, in Brazil.
Yep.
Pretty much a monopoly down there, right?
Okay.
We would agree, sort of, right?
Okay.
It's not very competitive.
Huge.
It's huge,
Yeah, okay.
but it's not really a competitive market. Many of the other markets that we're talking about are extremely competitive. So how do you differentiate yourself? Like, how what are you doing can be translated to other competitive markets, or can it not?
I think we have such a different way to produce our content. So we have our main product is telenovela, right?
Right.
But we produce it every day. So it translates the passion of the population, and we keep changing the content, the plot, regarding of what the population wants, what do they like, what do they don't like. Mm-hmm. So it's a live production.
Right.
And if you go to Brazil and you go to Rio de Janeiro and see the Projac, is where we produce all this stuff, it's a huge content producing factory.
But how do you know that's what your audience wants? I know we know telenovelas are big, but because it's such a how do you know that that's what the Brazilian people want when it's not as competitive, when there isn't anyone who's really pushing you along? How do you determine that? Do you use data or?
Oh, we use data a lot, but we have competition. Yeah. What will happen is the competition is many steps behind. So we are ahead in terms of infrastructure, technology, actors, actresses, talents. We look all around the world, what people are doing, how they're producing, and translate this to the Brazilian culture.
I see.
Although we are a Latin American country, we don't see ourselves as Latins.
Oh, okay.
So it's a different culture. We speak Portuguese, different from all of South America. And that's a very particular country. And although it's apart, it's huge and many, many opportunities there.
Great. Thank you very much. Please
Thank
give
you.
Roberto a round of applause. Thanks, Bert.